Hello and welcome to Gierok Farms. It's an exciting day today. We're baling hay. Yesterday they baled about 1,000 bales. Today we're probably gonna bale 1,000 more. So it's been a solid past couple days. The weather's been perfect for this. But right now we're getting the rakes ready, getting everything hooked up and ready to go. Now isn't that a sight? All the hay racks are out here and ready to go. All right, both the rakes and the tractors are ready to go. Everything's greased up and fueled up. And there's two tools we want to show you guys before we head out. Yeah, so here's one of the tools we wanted to show you. And we're not going to tell you what it is yet. We want some of you to guess in the comments, what do you think that was used for? And then in a future video, we'll explain what it was used for.
This is something that my grandpa and my dad were using during haymaking. And I got a feeling some of you old guys know what this is, but maybe hold back a little bit. I just want to see if everyone, see what kind of comments we get about that. This is just a crack that ended up getting in it, but there's a piece of chain that we used where we hooked on here, and then we're not going to tell you about the rest. Use your imagination a little bit, but I don't think we should give them any more hints.
Yeah, I think that's enough for hints. Leave a comment down below what you think that is used for. And then we got another tool in the mail that we're excited to try out. It's for tensioning fences and splicing barbed wire together. Thank you to whoever sent this in. We're excited to try it.
This is like Christmas for me.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed. And it looks like a very sturdy tool, but I guess we're gonna have to play around with this a little bit, but it looks like we'd pinch our wire in here and come together and pull it and then slip this little thing over this notch here.
Anyways, thank you to whoever you are that sent that in. We really appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, and we're excited to try it out. So,
but you can send us more tools.
Yeah,
we are just tickled pink when we get something like this.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how it works.
This will be here forever. I believe that. It's built good.
We'll head out and start raking. What tractor do you want? You want to drive the M or you want to drive the Oliver? I know which one I want to drive.
Well, the old guy should drive the old tractor because, you know, them young guys to adapt to the really old. Well, Ollie is my age, and this one here is closer to what my dad's age, so I think, yeah. No, we had a really steep field to do. And it's kind of one of them fields where you got to take your time, so you rake the windrows the right way to get, you know, so the baler can maneuver through them. So some of the really steep stuff we're going to double up, so we don't have to make as many passes across this spot. But usually what we do is we'll fill the wagon just part way on those steep parts, and then we finish them off on the more not so steep parts. There's no such thing as not steep.
All right, well, let's get going. tractor uphill more, and it stays a lot safer that way. So what he's doing right now, we like to call breaking the back cut. And the back cut would be like the swath of hay that's cut along the woods or along the edge of the field. And he's raking it away from the outside of the field enough, so then when the baler comes, it can fit around the row real nice and pick everything up without getting too close to the edge of the field. Also, it kind of brings that hay out and into the sun more, especially on a tree line like this. It helps get it in more of the sun and less of it in the shade, so it dries a bit faster. We call that the back cut. I'm not sure what the correct term is for it, but that's what we call it. And if you guys are wondering what we're using today for tractors, this green one is the Oliver 1650, and it's hooked up to the NewHolland Rolabar rake. And then that red tractor is the Farmall Super MTA, and that's also hooked up to a NewHolland Rolabar rake, and they're both working great for us. We're just about done here on this Suicide Hill piece, and then we'll be going over to the swamp. That's a bit nicer field. We'll be able to move a bit faster, so we're moving right along. And the cows have been grazing in the background the entire time. Man, talk about picture perfect. Who can complain about a day like today? Teeth don't hook the gravel as we go down the road. All right, we made it to the next field. Now to re-engage the rake, flip that lever, and then roll these down. And that brings the teeth closer to the ground. Now you don't want to set those too close to the ground, otherwise you'll hit rocks and pick up dirt. You just want to barely skim over the top of the ground so that you're moving the hay. we're done raking here down on this field. You guys might be wondering why we're not raking everything that's cut. Some of that was cut a day later, so it's gonna get an extra day to dry. Another thing too, when you're baling little squares, you know, you can't get everything done in a day. We got 2 balers, we got a bunch of racks, but you gotta space out your fields and when you can bale them, because you're not gonna get them all done in one day anyways. We strategically cut some day after day so that spaces out our time we have to harvest. But everything went good down here. We're gonna unhook the rakes down here and leave them here so they're out of the main yard, and then we're gonna drive back up there, get both the balers ready and the tractors ready, so once everything dries we can just start going. So we'll see you guys up in the yard. In the yard,